Hi, excuse me. I just really quickly, I love your contrast. It's very Chanel, the black and white.
Missing out the basics. You can't forego the basics. Every bit of what we say is there for a reason. The reason we were out there for an hour yesterday going through the mundane, well, it's mundane because when we're going through it, when we're not talking to a girl, it sounds mundane, but it's so crucial, every bit of it. So the prehistory wasn't there. So they're like, oh, they might be laughing, but they're still going, oh, is he selling us a hair product? What's this guy up to? It might still be a surprise that you're hitting on him later on, which is what you don't want. You can't be missing out those crucial bits, okay?
Like, do you always mix and match your clothes when you go out? Because today it just looks perfect.
Thanks.
I love the Chanel look, you know, it's very like stylish, very, it catches your attention, the black and white.
Thank you.
So you're just doing a bit of, you sound very British.
Yes, yeah, British.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
very rare for Oxford Street.
Don't say that, because that's like, it sounds like you've done a survey. Which you have. You have done a game survey, but
Okay.
do you see what I mean?
I absolutely.
'Cause now-
I think I even was thinking that in my head while I was,
Yeah, if I were
What was
these
saying?
girls, I would totally think you must be a salesman now. Because you've not told me the reason you've come up to us. You're complimenting our fashion in too much sort of designer way. Oh, I love this, I love that, the Chanel thing. And then you're going on about how, oh, that's strange that you're British and you're on Oxford Street. Because, oh, I'm out here all the time speaking to people about fashion.
absolutely. I understand.
What would we say?
Yeah, I know, you would think that in England there would be English people,
Yeah.
but in my experience it's not really true. Many foreigners, because you don't actually look very British.
She's very brown, Sophie.
There's something about your structure, it looks more, I don't know, Slavic or...
No, definitely British.
Definitely British? Definitely British. Okay. Hey, it was lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
No, that's actually quite a cool tease you did there. You know, you had an animated voice.
Oh,
You know.
teased on an accent.
Yeah, that's quite cool. That's what Thomas didn't get, you know. This is, you know, we should point out Thomas has gone off for a date, but yeah, that's what he didn't get. See, that he's teasing her accent. That's what teasing is. Not coming up with a line in your head and going, yeah, I was teasing her by doing this routine in my head, you know. Teasing is in the moment, you're present. But you shouldn't have left now. I mean, you were there. You could have actually said, by the way, I am only here because you guys look, I find you could have chosen the one you like the most, and I find you very attractive. And you could have then turned to the mate and got her involved as well, as to not leave her out. You could have said, is she as nice as she looks? Because, you know, the nice looking one could always be the meanest. Stuff like that. So, blimey. All right.
Excuse me, hi.
Hi.
Can I just tell you something very quickly?
Yes.
I literally saw you over there. I think you look very nice. I wanted to say hello.
Okay. Thank
You look very stylish
Thank you.
compared to the girls where I'm from. They don't dress like this.
Okay, so much better pace. I love the pace. And you've gone with the prehistory this time. And it really does relax her, you know. I feel that. And you've got this really nice energy. Do you do yoga or something? Do you meditate?
No.
No. You've got a really cool, calm energy to you, which I like. Combined with a strong voice. You've got good gravitas in your voice.
Okay, but it's something that I'm conscious of. I'm.
Yeah, but that's,
Right.
as I said,
I don't know if I come across that way when I'm with friends, when I'm in the group here.
so you're saying you're doing that consciously.
A little bit.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, like I said yesterday in my story, you know, the conscious competence part is the hardest part. It's when you're consciously correcting yourself and trying to be doing this trait slightly better and that trait slightly better, And that's when the hard graft begins. That's when it's like, oh, this feels like a slog. And when it feels like a slog, it's obviously not natural. So this will be the biggest hurdle for most of you.
I think to me myself, my voice can come across as being weak.
No, why?
Or because it's.
You mean now? You mean now
No,
in
no,
this
no.
situation?
On the videos.
Okay. Why would you say that?
Because I don't really articulate
You don't articulate.
precisely. Just kind of.
No, it sounds like you're a bit of a musician. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Like you're someone who just speaks like a musician, who's just very chilled out.
Okay.
Right? What do you guys think? Yeah. Very easygoing. Maybe smoked a bit of wacky backy
Yeah.
only yesterday.
Which is.
Not.
Like, no.
Very John Malkovich.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a style of speaking. I wouldn't say it's weak at all. No, if anything, it's relaxed and carefree, I would say.
They just, in Holland, people dress very casually with jeans and just a little tank top. But it's the coat and the...
This is not the point of this bit, the observational statement. It's not to break down in a sort of Gokwan, gay fashionista, oh, well, let me tell you why this looks great. Because of this, the tank top, this, that.
Okay.
That's not the point of this bit.
Okay.
The point of this bit is literally to then assume something about her that you can move on to a conversational piece with.
Right.
If you are impressed, I'm really impressed by the way you've put everything together. Do you have a connection to fashion in some sort of way? Or, then if not, she just looks pleasant, maybe just say something about her style looking like it's from a different part of the world, where you can find out where she's actually from.
Okay.
scarf that
Well,
makes
thank
it
you
a
very
little
much.
bit...
You too.
You're not English?
No, I'm French.
Okay. You're on holiday or you're...
I'm living here.
Okay. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
What's going on here?
I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. I caught myself changing topic, which was a criticism from yesterday.
Yeah.
And in my head I thought to myself, oh shit, I screwed it up. And I
But I mean,
ejected
I'm
before.
talking about going from one subject to another to four or five different subjects in 10 seconds.
Okay.
If you're going to change subjects once or twice in a minute, it's not that much of a big deal. I'd rather you didn't do it, but it's not that much of a big deal. As long as you're calm enough to deal with it. And this is what's missing here. And I saw you another time, which I couldn't believe you left that conversation. Literally, for my mind,
Sure.
easily something that we should all aspire to getting with, because she was the best I've seen for a long time in London and in anywhere in Europe. And she was English,
Yeah.
and she was absolutely out of this world, and she couldn't stop smiling. She was giving you all this energy, and I bet you did the same thing.
Something similar.
Yeah. And I couldn't believe you didn't come, because you actually had a 5-minute this isn't on camera, but you actually had a 5-minute conversation with that one, and
It's obviously a limiting belief.
Yeah.
If you have a string of rejections from fairly average girls, then it's hard to believe that you'll get a genuinely positive reaction from a very attractive girl.
well, this is a bit of an anomaly. This is what I found out to be true. The hotter the girl, the easier she is to converse with, to connect with. Not necessarily to get laid with, but definitely easier to have that amazing moment with on the street, in a cafe, because I feel that they're a lot more open, and they're, in terms of sociability, because hot girls usually have better social lives, and they're a lot more sexual, they're a lot more sensual, they love life a lot more, for whatever reason. I suppose if she's walking past the billboard of a sexy girl with a flat stomach and looking with an amazing smile, she looks up at that billboard and goes, that looks a bit like me. I could pass off for that. And that gives her, that's life affirming every time she sees something like that. Whereas I suppose someone who's out of shape, not feeling particularly proud of their own body, not feeling on top of the world, looks at that and goes, oh, I don't look like that. Society doesn't like me as a woman. Do you know what I mean? So, or doesn't find me attractive. Society doesn't find me attractive. So when her pre-frame is society doesn't find me attractive, the girls you say who are not responding as well, the average ones that you're perhaps going up to, the average looking, I'm sure they're not average people, but the average looking ones in your eyes, and you're going up to them and you're saying this stuff, and it's almost like they're incredulous. They're like, well, no. Or they have a hard time swallowing that thing you're giving, that gift you're giving them, because it's like, don't really believe in it. Do you see what I mean? Because their pre-frame is, I'm not that person. Whereas her pre-frame is, oh yeah, of course, I look amazing. And
Thank you for recognizing that.
Thank you for recognizing that. And you're probably one of the few guys in this world who's ever had the balls to do this. At a party, at a social event. Because what happens is, this has been proven, especially by really good-looking guys who are, say, go to the gym constantly and stuff. They have very big egos about their selves. And what would they rather do? Go up to a girl who they know they can get laid with, and that would give them no hassle and be so impressed by their physique, or a girl who might be a challenge and might not like them for all that hard work they've put in at the gym, because she expects something better. She expects something more. Do you see what I mean?
Sure.
So, yeah, those are the dynamics at play.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was incredible. Yeah. And the funny thing is, he came back to me and he said he hadn't got the number, and I was like, what? Okay, you get this. So he ran after her to stop her again and to at least ask for the number. That's the least you could do, because that's what I'll do with everyone, by the way. If you come back to me and you've ejected, which is the problem with ejecting is we can't sort of help you, really, because this could have gone somewhere, because it wasn't bad at all.
Right.
You know, in your head, you're ultra critical from yesterday's feedback, sure, but this wasn't that bad. You could have, you know, it doesn't have to be fireworks straight away. It just has to be quite nice, and for it to sort of trundle along nicely, and then all of a sudden you're feeling sexual, you're feeling more comfortable with each other. You know, it's very fluid. Interactions are very fluid, especially in the early stages. I've had situations where girls have said, I've got to go 2 or 3 times, and 10 minutes later, we're back at my place having a drink, having a glass of wine. I've had that, you know, that's just because at that moment, you know, like yesterday, who was it? Jason was... bit tired.
I heard my name called
So remember that instant date you had yesterday, where you asked for an instant date at the wrong time?
And then 20 seconds later, I got it.
You got it because you asked for it at the right time, and she came along with you. Because
you ask my high point, you don't ask my low point.
yeah, but you shouldn't have too many low points anyway. You just make sure you don't ask her out at that point. But my point is here that, yeah, you could have had a bit of a low point here with this French girl, but I'll tell you what the most indicative thing is. Body language. Okay, that's the most indicative thing. Is she facing me, standing there, still, talking to me? If the answer is yes, she is attracted. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're doing yourself a disfavor by thinking anything else. Literally, body language says everything.
Right. Okay.
Okay? All right.
Excuse me. Hi. Could I just tell you something very quickly?
Yeah.
I was just walking down the street. I saw you walk in. I had to come and say hello. I think you look very nice.
Oh, thank you.
You look very stylish. Like compared to the girls where I'm from, they're all very casual in Holland. And it's such a pleasure to see someone with a little bit of
Well, thank
flair.
you. I appreciate it.
All right, take care.
All right, tomorrow we can't have ejections. We literally can't.
Okay.
Self-ejecting is not allowed.
Okay.
It's just no matter what happens, you're standing there, you're carrying on till she leaves. That's like the minimum. All right? Or she doesn't leave and you go on an instant date. But the minimum is you never self-eject because you're hindering us from helping you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you the context, yeah?
Yeah.
Go for it, guys. So basically the situation is...
You met this.
Do you have this on the... Okay. So basically the situation is that I I was trying to implement what you said yesterday, trying to stay on topic.
Okay.
I stopped this blonde Spanish girl with blue eyes. And so immediately when I got the information that she was Spanish, I challenged her on it. And I kept that frame the whole way through the interaction.
Good.
And kept it on her and trying to stay on topic and got the conversation flowing fairly naturally from one topic to the next. So without cutting off threads of conversation. Took her number. She was on her way to work. Took her number. Sent her a text this evening.
Okay.
And then, started with some callback humor.
Yeah, I really liked it. Let me see. So the first text you've sent is, so this is the blonde Spanish imposter. Don't be mean to the children.
She's an au pair.
Ah,
I made
cool.
a joke that perhaps she...
And you didn't believe that she was Spanish because she had like Scandinavian features?
She was blonde with blue eyes.
Okay, so hence the imposter. I like that. That's a really cool text. And then she's gone, haha, I am Spanish, I promise you, with a smiley face. But you've gone, but the poor kid's cool and random to meet you.
Right, because she didn't, she said she's really Spanish, but she didn't mention the fact that I was...
Very nice. And what I like about this is like, it shows a good set. You don't even have to think about the texting. It just naturally springs from that energy. And because you've teased her about this and that, and you've had a nice, calm situation together, it's so easy to put together a teasing comment, isn't it? Mm-hmm. When you say?
Yeah.
So, and she's like, you've gone, but the poor kids, and she's gone, no, they like me, and she's, obviously qualifying herself, and she's,
And then I say something about a lullaby.
Yeah, you've gone...
Because I don't remember exactly what she was talking about, but she was talking about music with children in the interaction as well.
But this is very clever because it's about 9 p.m. and you don't want to, as I said, you don't really want to become a texting buddy. And you've just gone, okay, be sweet and sing them their lullaby.
Right.
Because she's probably putting them into bed at that time.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then, she probably is, and then a few hours later, she's going, we have to meet to have a normal chat, I think. It was strange. Yes, of course, smiley face. You didn't tell me about you today. You just asked me a lot about me. So it just shows, basically, the girl's just going, it's almost like she's pretending to complain. She's gone, you didn't even tell me anything about yourself. You just spoke about me the whole time. And that's what I love about it. That's what I really love about it. And you said she's an au pair and she's free in the morning. So let's see how this goes. We'll keep up with the progress of this. But you've gone, the latest is, we've said, cool, do you want to do breakfast tomorrow at 11 in Chelsea, which is where we're staying at the moment. So yeah, let's see, keep us up to date. You've just texted her that. Let's see what she says back. Okay.
Cheers.
Cool.